Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. Thank you for joining us. We are excited to have such a diverse group of professionals, educators, and business leaders with us today, joining from different parts of the world. Before we begin, a quick note, this session will be recorded and we'll be sharing the recording with you soon after this session. Please feel free to drop in your questions at any moment. We'll be taking them during the session. Now, moving forward, let's talk about why today's topic matters. Artificial intelligence education has evolved rapidly, but many organizations are still stuck selling the same introduction to AI courses. Meanwhile, the market has changed. Enterprises today aren't just asking what is AI, they are asking many more questions. That's exactly what today's session is about. Still selling Intro to AI, offer role based certifications without writing a single course. Explores how training providers, enterprises, and partners can move beyond generic learning and deliver job aligned, role specific AI certifications that actually drive adoption, relevance, and revenue. To guide us through this conversation, we are delighted to have Mr. Bill Becker with us today. Bill Becker is the Vice President of Strategic Partnerships for North America at AI CERTs, where he works closely with organizations to build scalable, market relevant certification ecosystems. Beyond his role at AI Certs, Bill is a longtime writer, speaker, and a thought leader focused on careers, workforce transformation, and the future of work. He brings a rare blend of strategic insight and real world perspective on how professionals adopt and thrive in changing job markets. He is also the author of two highly regarded books, The Job Nobody Dreams of, Inside the Greatest Career You Have Never Heard of, and second, Create Your Own Job, an innovative strategy for job applicants. Through his writing and speaking, Bill has consistently challenged traditional career paths and emphasized the importance of skills, adaptability, and role relevance, making him especially well positioned to talk about role based AI certifications today. Bill has been closely involved in helping organizations rethink how AI education is packaged, positioned, and delivered, and we are excited to hear his insights. Bill, over to you.
Thank you. Hey, hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon. I think there might be a couple of good evenings here. Appreciate the opportunity to chat with you today. I know that we're kind of winding down the year for some of us, but it's a tremendous opportunity to see what's possible in 2026. They mentioned that I have, a few years of experience. I've been in the training business for a long time. Actually, the day the Concorde crashed, it's a weird memory. But when I started out at New Horizons in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that was the big news of the day. So I've seen a lot. I've done a lot of things right. I've seen a lot of mistakes made, and excited to share, what's going on with AI today. So there's stats, right? I think everybody that's in the training business understands the opportunity that's available today. I like to joke, and it's not really a joke. You can't go 5 minutes and not hear those two letters, right? It's on everyone's mind that in traditional IT training companies, when I talk to them, I'll go, remember when you made big bucks selling 5-day SQL classes? And they go, oh, yeah, the good old days. Maybe 2% of the world has even heard of SQL. The entire world has heard of AI. And that's what creates this unique opportunity for anyone in the training business. It doesn't have to be IT, in healthcare, in personal development, project management. It's just a once in a lifetime opportunity for anyone that's been in the training business to really develop significant revenue with AI training. And we talk about, what makes AI certs different. And that was the cool thing. I actually came out of retirement for this because there's all kinds of training out there, right? You have your traditional Microsoft AWS. Those are all AI training on technologies. No one else in the world has role-based certifications. How does AI impact specific roles with a certification? And I thought that was just brilliant, what AI Certs was doing. So the ability to scale and go out and deliver different types of AI training, that we put together a really good partner program. You don't have to go out and develop your own courses. You don't have to go out and create your own marketing campaigns. It's just brilliant what I think, this company has done. And in the end, the company doesn't make money unless our partners make money. So I think that's an important distinction to understand, that when you partner with us, we are truly your partners, because your success is how we make money. And so specialized certifications, what's the difference here? Oh, Bill, we train on Copilot. We have courses on ChatGPT. But the big deal, the big opportunity is role-based certification. And if you stop and think about that, there's all kinds of noise out there with AI, right? A lot of people are excited, even though some may not even realize, why they're excited. There's a lot of trepidation. I do a lot of HR webinars, and so, they have some interesting situations, because their workforce definitely has AI anxiety. It's like, hey, is AI going to take my job? That's one of the big things out there, right? The noise, all these layoffs, 10,000 people, 19,000 people. I think most people, if they stop and realize, those are lies. No, but they're not citywide worth of people, employees being whacked because of AI. The layoffs are real, but that's because, trying to appease Wall Street, or, putting jobs overseas. That there's a great opportunity here to, lean into that AI anxiety and help people with training. So how do you partner with AI certs? And we came up with 4 different ways. The traditional authorized training partners. So that, training institutes, your traditional IT training companies. We actually have solopreneurs that have become training partners. And as a full training partner, 4 ways to partner with this. The first is being what we call an authorized training partner. Not necessarily an IT training company, but certainly are those. But we've seen even individuals. We've seen healthcare training companies, project management training companies that have become authorized training partners. We're also doing some interesting things with associations. So what associations, they have members that are looking for answers on how AI is going to impact their jobs and their industries, right? And so we've even done some co-branded co-development certifications with some industries. We're doing that with Institute of Auditors and a couple others. So if you're with an association, we'd love to chat with you about different certification programs we can co-author together. And then also we work with different academic partners around the world. So those are unique instances too, because, we can put in the curriculum with are the AI Certs courses within the curriculum, or it could be on top of the curriculum. We're also doing programs where we're training the administration on colleges and universities, and even after people have graduated, so they go back to their alumni, because again, you have students that are going into the workforce. They need to know about AI, but also alumni are looking for answers about this AI stuff, right? And then simply, become an affiliate. So an affiliate allows you to resell the e-learning, and think about your traditional, influencers, social media people. We also have partners that will do both, because as an affiliate partner, that gives you instant e-commerce ability. So There's different ways to mix and match becoming a partner. But again, what I mentioned earlier is very important. We don't make any money unless our partners do. And we'll talk a little bit more about that moving forward. So today, and that's how fast we're growing, right? We're actually over 50 or 60 certifications. So we've been going wide, and now we're starting to go deep. We have 10 practice areas. And if you look on our website, the different practice areas that we're talking about, but we're starting to go deep as well. And the perfect example is healthcare. So for a few months, we've had our healthcare anchor course, AI plus healthcare, but now we have doctor, nurse, healthcare administrator, pharmacist, healthcare assistant. And we'll do the same thing as we expand in legal, finance, marketing. We'll also break down to what we call our professional courses. Typically, those are one-day courses or 6 to 8 hours of e-learning. And then we also have 5-day courses that traditionally have been technical oriented, but we're moving those to calling those mastery, because we're going to have some 5-day courses that are not technical. Perfect example is a project management course that we have. And then as we get into 2026, our goal is by the end of the year to have 250 courses. So you'll probably see, where it makes sense to have, a 2-day course, 3-day course. But again, majority today, 1-day instructor-led, 6 to 8 hours e-learning, 5-day instructor-led, 40 hours of e-learning. So this was set up, the partner program, for existing training organizations or individuals to monetize your database, right? You've been in business for X number of years. You have current customers who know you, trust you, have spent money with you. This is a thing that I was really blown away when I joined at the beginning of the year, is you already have these group of individuals and or companies. Every single one of them is thinking about AI. And our partnership program is set up so you can monetize those databases, those industry contacts. And you can deliver either through instructor-led, e-learning. And again, way to set everything apart, role specific with a certification. No one else does that. So I mentioned earlier about how we can help you promote. So a partner portal is kind of where the magic, lies for partners, right? Today, we have over 500 sales and marketing artifacts. So course outlines, executive summaries, podcasts, social media kits, all kinds of sales and marketing battle cards that, assets to help you go out and promote your partnership with AI CERTs. It doesn't matter, whether you're doing email marketing, social media, webinars. We love to do co-branded webinars with partners. So it's not like you're going to sign up and then it's like, good luck, you're on your own. Our marketing department, I think, we're over 100 people in our marketing department. So we're constantly coming up with new ways to announce the partnership with us and to go out and promote in the entire catalog, a portion of the catalog, or even individual courses. I think one of the things too, when I mentioned individual courses, is if you see on our website, the course AI Foundations. So that is a unique course. That is 3-4 hour course. There's no cost to it. And there's no cost for a couple reasons. One, it's great lead gen for our partners. I've signed a couple of solopreneurs in the last month. Both of them have already given out over 100 enrollments on AI Plus Foundations. So imagine if you're with an organization, a training organization, how many you could give out. That's great seeding to get people to know, okay, these are really cool courses. It gives me an idea of what the course is like, what the exam is like. And now I want to go back and look and see what else I would like to take. I mentioned about all the different ways that we help everybody. So we have the partner portal. We have monthly partner meetings where we share best practices. We share what new courses are coming up. We also, when you come on board, you'll meet with the marketing team and plan out quarterly and different marketing campaigns on each month. Also, very big on sales and enablement. That's one of the reasons that you come to work with me because, as I mentioned in the beginning, I've been selling training for a long time. So I love to meet with sales staff, help plan out campaigns. I even love to go on sales calls with our partners. So a lot of different ways for partners to become successful. Even if you're just an affiliate, there's different ways that we can help you monetize, your newsletter, your podcast. You can either, and if you have your own LMS, we have ways to integrate with that so you can have a single sign-on. So the competitive advantage out there, again, I think is, as someone who's sold training for a long time, is there's all kinds of different AI stuff out there. There's only one that has role-specific training. Let's think about that. And why is this so important, the certification? We all know you can go out there and learn whatever you want for free on the internet, right? You go to YouTube, and it's like, so what would you do if you were going to go out and you're going to learn this AI stuff? What would you do? Well, you first would probably go out and look at case studies, right? Preferably in your own industry, even better if you see a competitor out there. You can also look at other industry case studies and go, if you're in manufacturing, you go look at a medical case study. You go, okay, well, that's how they did that over there. I know this is how we could do it over here. So case studies, big deal. What's the other thing you would do? You would go out and you would research the different AI tools for your specific job. There's a bunch of them, and there'll be even more tomorrow and next week. But you can go out there, you can research them, you can play around with them. Great, you're AI ready. Prove it. That's the importance of the certification that we have with our courses. It's a legit certification. It's proctored. And unlike other types of training, it comes built into the course. So when you have access to the course, whether it's instructor-led or e-learning, the exam is built in. You actually get a free retake. So there's 2 shots at the exam. And then that's how you prove that you're AI ready. And again, you get into, what do they say? There's statistics, and then there's lies. But the big thing about AI is it's less likely to come for jobs. It definitely is coming for tasks, right? And so if you can talk to a potential customer and you have employees that can say save an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours each week, those employees become more valuable because now they're not messing around with those, silly tasks that are mundane. Now they can use their institutional knowledge, use their experience to become better employees. And as part of the network of what we do, today we've had over 100,000 learners. We have over 500 instructors. We're approaching 200 global partners. And that sounds like a lot, and it is, but at the same time, I want you to think about this like, oh, you're not competing with all these different partners. Focus on what you've built up over the years, your database, your customer list. First and foremost, that is where you need to focus and use all of our sales and marketing assets to monetize that database. Once you've done that, then you can move on to, expanding your customer base. Again, we mentioned the 4 different ways to become a partner: authorized training center, you're an association, if you're a school or university, or simply as an affiliate. And again, I think affiliate is a really good way for people. They start out as an affiliate. You're a solopreneur, you're a coach, your recruitment or staffing company. But we've seen affiliate partners start out because, again, instant e-commerce, you can have a sale the same day, and then they move into like, all right, we've built this up. Now we want to be able to deliver instructor-led training.
Bill, we have a question here.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, we just discussed in the last few slides that we'll be providing marketing support to our ATPs. So the question is, how does AI certs help us with marketing and generating demand for training programs? Maybe something in
Ab-
detail.
yeah. So again, you got to think about this. We don't make money unless our partners make sales, right? So we can help put together, plan out marketing campaigns. We can help co-brand any of those 500 marketing assets. So email is going to be a big thing. Social media, you can go in. I think everybody's probably, shouldn't say that, but a lot of people are familiar with Canva. So as a partner within the partner portal, there is a social media kit and there are templates on Canva that you can go and co-brand and send out, do your own social media posts, do email marketing. A lot of customers, obviously have a newsletter. So you want to mention that in your monthly newsletter. And then on top of that, webinars. Do your own webinars. You do webinars with us. I do webinars with partners almost every week. So again, there's a lot of different ways to help get the word out about your partnership. So the secret sauce, what's really cool about AI certs is the course itself. So what you're seeing here on this slide is the UI. So we like to say multimodality because there's different ways they want to learn. So you can watch, whether it's the live instructor led or the video. You can read the course book. If you're like me, I watch the videos with the closed captioning on. We also have two different types of audio components for every single lesson. There's the traditional audio book, and then now there's podcasts. And podcasts have become super popular. Think about the podcast you're listening to today while you're out walking the dog, working out, even doing laundry. So many people are listening to lessons, via podcasts on their phone. And we also say multimodality, we say multi-device. So computer, tablet, phone. You can actually do the courses straight on your phone. We also have an app that's been downloaded over 500,000 times, and we might even, gone beyond that. It's very popular. So different ways to consume the content. Plus, every course has what we call an AI mentor. So think of that as a teaching assistant or a homework helper. So lots of different ways to consume the content. You literally can go through every single lesson within a course, and then you have 4 different ways to go and consume that lesson. Let's talk about the exam, because I mentioned earlier that's the differentiator here, right? This is how you prove that you're AI ready. So the exams, they are legit. There's a lot of research. Our general manager, told me early on, because every single course starts with an exam. There's a lot of research, job task analysis, really boring stuff. But it creates a legit proctored exam. And our general manager said, Bill, if you sat in any of those meetings on exam development, we would make you cry. It's so boring. But, right, that creates a really good exam. And from that comes the courses. So exams, an hour and a half, 90 minutes. Passing score is 70%. It's made up of 50 multiple choice, multiple response questions. I mentioned it is proctored. And then you can see here on the slide that you get a certification once you pass. We see a lot of people posting those on LinkedIn as soon as they pass the exam. So the exam is what ties everything together and makes AI certs different from all the other AI courses out there. So what does it take to succeed? We've actually had some partners that have signed up and haven't done anything. So that's on them. So it's like this, all good things require work, right? So if you put in the effort, we can help you make significant revenue of AI training and certification. You need to have an interest, obviously, in AI. Your customers absolutely do, right? Again, this is unique in history where every single person is thinking about AI. And for those of you that sell into corporations, this is a tremendous opportunity because let's go back to that SQL example. Maybe two or three people within an organization needed to know about SQL, right? Entire organization needs to be able to say they're AI ready. It starts with basic AI literacy, so our AI plus everyone course. Then we can all make a good case, or you should, that every single person should know how to write great prompts. So it's no longer a nice to have skill, it's a need to have skill for your career. And then the job role specific course. So right there, every single person in an organization should have 3 courses. And then for managers, executives, you have ethics, governance, AI plus executive. And you start to add those up and put those together. Now you have some very nice enterprise-wide sales. Those are the fun things to work on with partners because that's where the significant revenue comes from. So how do you become a partner? You think about, which way you want to go. Hopefully you're thinking about all the different courses. We mentioned Middle East here, and then, how we localize. Today, all of our courses are available in English and in Spanish. And then we have some others that are French, Arabic, a few Mandarin. We're waiting on partners to come to us and say, hey, Bill, I got 200 students that need, AI healthcare in Portuguese. We are ready and we're standing by to localize even more courses. And even if you are headquartered here in North America, most companies are going to have, customers throughout the world, right? It's a world economy now. So think about, the different ways, different languages that we can develop. I mentioned about co-branded marketing, co-branded webinars. We have email templates. So to get started, when you sign as a partner, the first thing we do is we get you into the partner portal. We ask for your logo so we can work on the press release. And then we go through a very detailed process of getting you onboarded. And then your first e-learning sales, and then instructor-led. And we haven't talked much about instructor-led. Let's do that now. So as a partner, outside the affiliate, you can sell and deliver instructor-led training. Instructor-led training works one of 3 ways. Your own people can deliver it. It costs nothing to become a certified instructor. You simply do the course, pass the exam, and then we get you into our trainer portal. In the trainer portal, all kinds of assets to help trainers become successful. You have the PowerPoint slide deck, so you don't have to make that up yourself. There's lecture notes. Just like there's an AI mentor for every learner in every course, there's an AI mentor in every course for trainers. So we also have a trainer advisory board. So a lot of different ways for trainers to become successful. So your own people can become certified. You can sell into another partner's live class and you simply split the revenue 50-50. That's good if you have 1 or 2 people that want a live class, but you don't have anyone to deliver it yourself. And then the third way is you have a bunch of people ready for a course, but you don't have anyone ready to deliver it. You can rent a trainer from one of our partners or from our trainer bench. I like that because then you keep all the money, right? And you're not splitting it, 50-50. So multiple different ways to deliver instructor-led training where the margins are really big, and then e-learning. And if you're doing enterprise sales, you're going to have a little bit of both, right? So how does it work? The investment. So when the company first started, there was no upfront costs for partners. Those are some of the people I talked about earlier. They signed on, they didn't do anything. So there's not a fee to become a partner. There is a prepaid credit, depending on the different levels of how you want to do a partner. And that simply goes against what you're going to buy from courseware or for the e-learning. And if you do what we share, what we tell you to do, we had some partners earn that back even before the invoices due. So it's very minimal. It is just make sure that we know people are serious. They have a little skin in the game. An affiliate partner, there's zero upfront cost. I think most people probably understand how affiliate programs work. You have your own unique codes, URLs. But I mentioned earlier too, we have partners that'll do both. They'll become a full partner and they become affiliate just so that they can have instant e-commerce capabilities to sell the e-learning. There's no locked in things, or there's no long-term commitment. We have on the slide, 2-3 months to break even. As a salesperson, I would say that you can do it much quicker. It all depends on you. If you're really gung-ho and want to make this work, you can, burn down that prepaid credit very quickly. So again, we all started out, this is a way, for partners to develop a significant amount of revenue for AI training and certification. All kinds of different ways out there. We think we're the best because, again, nobody else offers job role specific training. How does AI impact these different job roles with a certification? And 2026 is going to be very exciting. I would love to work with all of you. Any other questions?
Yes, Bill, we do have certain questions here.
Good.
Yeah, the first question is, what makes AI cert certifications credible in the industry?
So we follow ISO standards, international ISO standards, just like any other certification. So you'll see the different people like to share that online. So there is a process that we go through. I mentioned earlier the research, the job task analysis, and the ISO standards on all the certifications.
Okay, the next question here we have is, um, yeah, how fast can we launch AI training programs with AI certs?
I love that question. As quickly as you want. I mentioned once you sign, we get you credentials into the partner portal. We ask for your logo. You could legit have a sale the next day. One of two ways that enrollments happen. You go into the partner portal and enroll your students, or you can also integrate. If you have your own LMS and you're already doing e-commerce on that, then we work with our integration team and get you going. And I would expect you to have sales pretty quick, right? Because again, everyone's thinking about AI. 2025, a lot of companies like, okay, what are we going to do about this? Some have started to embrace it. Others are going, all right, we know we got to do it. That's priority number one in 2026. So the answer to your question, as quickly as you want it to be, it all rests on your shoulders. We're ready to do it immediately.
Yeah. Yes. So for that, we do have one more question and a kind of feedback, which I would say that is not a question, but yes. So first, I'll go with this. It says, I'm in the healthcare education space. I would love to have AI programs for healthcare workers. I would also have to have courses that can support healthcare educators. Finally, for healthcare professionals who want to become technical guru in AI application in healthcare AI.
So we know healthcare is going to be a um, big opportunity for our partners, and that's why we have 4 or 5 courses today. So you have the basic, our anchor course, AI plus healthcare. And now you have doctor, nurse. I think, most importantly is healthcare administrator. So your decision makers. There's healthcare assistant, there's pharmacist, and there's others coming. I think we expect to have at least 10 healthcare courses over the next 6 months. I'd also say that, some of the other courses too fall into that because within a healthcare system, people still need to know how to write good prompts, right? They need to have basic AI literacy. So prompt engineer level one, AI plus for everyone. And then different managers are going to need to know about ethics, AI plus executives. So there's several healthcare specific courses and there's more coming, but there's also other courses within our training catalog, legal, marketing, because healthcare systems are out there, marketing, right? So don't look at, oh, they only have 5 courses. We have 5 specific courses that are very important, but there's also some other courses that would bundle in and make a lot of sense for a big healthcare system.
Exactly. Yeah. With that, we come to the last question for this session as of now. How does AI search ensure that the training content remains up to date?
I love that. 'Cause it's AI, right? It's going to change. So regardless how you consume it, whether it's instructor led or e-learning, a student has access for 1 year. And when there are changes, and it's AI, there will be, then students will be notified. It could be a new case study, it could be a new tool. Um, Also, something that probably important that when you take the instructor-led training, let's just focus, for example, on the 1 day course. You take a 1 day instructor-led training for the next 364 days, you have the exact same content as the e-learning students. So you have the video lecture, you have the ebook, you have the 2 audio components. So again, even after the instructor-led and value, there's a lot of value for an instructor-led training, right? I love when I talk to instructors because they have real world experience that they can bring that's outside the curriculum. But after that, then, to help people study for the exam, they have all those different learning components.
Absolutely, Bill. Yeah, so with that, I think we are towards the end of this session. I would like to thank you for those valuable insights, and I would also like to thank everyone who joined us today. Thank you for your time and engagement. We hope this session helped you rethink how AI education can be positioned to better serve learners, enterprises, and partners alike. If you have any other questions, any doubts, please feel free to reach out to us. You already have all our website and contact details in the chat box. We'll be happy to assist. And with that, yeah, we would
Thank you
like
so
to,
much. I appreciate everyone. I look forward to talking to you on an individual basis and how we can help you in 2026.
yeah, thank you for attending, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Take care.